business burnout. A lot of times we burn out. We don't know how to get out of it. We can feel ourselves going to some type of downward spiral, and we don't know what to do. And then we find ourselves in it again. You're like, man, how did I get here? So we're going to talk about burnout, not just business burnout, but life burnout. When you have pushed yourself too far and you just don't know how to get out of that. So what are the causes? How do we recognize it? How do we stop it? How do we recover from it? And how do we prevent it going forward? All right, guys. I don't know if you've had business burnout, guys, but it's an awful thing. And you know, you can lose money, you can lose time, you can lose energy, you can lose your why, your ambition, your push. You not want to do your hair. It's an awful thing, and it's draining, and it takes a lot of time to come up out of it. So that's what we're talking. That's why I'm talking about it. I'm not going through one. I've gone through like 4 or 5 of them, which is why I know the causes, how to recognize it, how to stop it, how to recover, and how to prevent it. It's a real thing, guys. So, women, we got the superwoman syndrome. These are the causes. Women, we have this superwoman syndrome. Men, y'all definitely know y'all had this ego problem and the superwoman syndrome. We have lack of clarity and lack of purpose. We just know I want to help a whole lot of people, and we don't have direction. We usually don't want to pay for a coach, so we don't have direction. We usually can't get it from our peers because all they know is to go 9 to 5, and I'm not knocking that. But if you're trying to start this entrepreneur side hustle journey and you're trying to work your job, be a parent, be a sister and a wife, and start a business, we really need to be everything for everybody, but everything within moderation. Another reason why we ended up in burnout, guys, is because we have a lack of clarity of purpose. We know, you know what, I have this dream. These people need what I have to offer. My experiences are no longer something I'm gonna use to shame me. I want to share with somebody else and give them life. Superwoman syndrome, lack of clarity, unclear priorities. You know, many times we don't know. Everything has that number 1 slot. Everything can't be number 1. Your job and your business and your husband or wife, you know, and your kids and your church and your peace of mind and your God, everything can't be number 1. I mean, I hate to say it, but we really have to think about it. When it comes to time that we have to choose between this or this, we have to be able to say, this is more important than this. At least right now, we're trying to do too much at one time, and that's how we get burned out. I had to realize I've been in business for 10 years. I've been helping people for 10 years. I've been in the financial services industry for 10 years. When I started wanting to build my business online, I was so excited over how many people I could affect with just like one live and this and that. I stopped building my business as an entrepreneur offline. I make a lot of money as an insurance broker, and I stopped doing that for a long time, struggling, trying to build this business online. It's a whole new world transitioning your business online. All the money that I was making and how I could dynamically just you know, I have to get the gab, I was told. And so I easily help people feel comfortable early on in our interaction. So if I get in front of you and I talk to you for a little while, I'm going to share some things about me. You're going to be like, what? Yeah. And my spark and that light, we're going to have a connection. But on computer and bringing people's watching you in your inbox, or you be able to work with them, there's a pathway that I didn't understand, and it just was something I needed to learn, bottom line. And I was failing at it, and so I hired a whole coach and all of that, but I was still failing. So I was so focused on that, I wasn't focused on being an insurance broker. So I was spending money and wasting money, but I wasn't making money. So I had to sit back and realize, wait a minute, Stacy, yeah, you want to build your business online, but your main thing is your insurance broker. So if you want to make sure you don't spend all your discretionary income and, you know, still continue to grow the money, cash money, because you always have things growing, you're supposed to, then there comes a time when you have to find balance. All right. And many times we're unclear on our priorities and we don't have that balance. So sometimes I had to say, you know what, though I want to go live, or though I want to go online and post these posts, I want to be online and run through social media and in these groups, I really need to be calling my clients back. I need to be following up and setting appointments next week with my insurance company. I need to be getting out here and leveraging the Linwood Chamber of Commerce. I need to be at this speaking event. I need to be doing this because this I know is something I know. You know, I love my insurance brokerage business, but it was something new to be online. So, but I had to stop myself from doing those things that I wanted to do those things that I know will keep that steady flow of income coming in. I wanted to do them both, and I was getting pretty good at both, but the transition of my business online wasn't generating as much income as my main business. So I had to stop doing that periodically to make sure that I was solidifying. Unclear priorities, lack of a financial stability. Me focusing more on building something new from the ground that wasn't generating income if I didn't have my business, if I didn't have my life and my finances already strategically managed financial wise, I would have been unstable. Most of us, when we are starting a business or transitioning through retirement or from, you know, college or from 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, we haven't built up what we need to be building up. We don't know what our money manual, we don't have a money manual. We have not had a high level financial bird's eye view of where we are. It's a financial snapshot is what it's called. We don't know what I need in order to survive for the next 3 to 6 months if my business doesn't take off. We just want to leap. You know, if you need a resource like that, I have that for you. But my point is, you know, lack of financial stability makes us do things that we may not need to be doing because we're like, I need to make this money. I need to make this money. We've put ourselves in a crunch situation that I have to make some money. I have to make. If we have not strategically and effectively managed our money, our budgeting, our savings, and our different streams of income, if we aren't, you know, sometimes living a lean lifestyle, if we have to, if we're in that transition period, you know, from 9 to 5 to being an entrepreneur or retirement or out of college, and we're just trying to do, and we don't have any rhyme or reason of where our money is going, then that could cause us to be have emotional financial instability. And that's the cause, can cause us to have overwhelm, because I'm taking on 10 and 20 clients, you know, but I need to be sleeping, I need to be resting, I need to be balancing, and I'm trying to cook for my kids, and I'm trying to take them to school, when we need to be trying to do a little bit of each, breaking the pie up, but we're not paying attention to that because all we thinking is I need to hustle. You wouldn't have to hustle if you was better managing your money. You know what I mean? And sometimes we don't know how, so we have to reach out to ask for some advice, have a support system, have a money mentor, you know, be willing to do some things we're not willing to do. Okay, so unreasonable expectations. We talked about being a superwoman, lack of clarity, unclear priorities, lack of financial stability. Now we're talking about unreasonable expectations. We can put unreasonable expectations on ourselves. We put deadlines, we make these lists, and we're going to do this, and this all in the next 2 hours. And then we don't let ourselves off the hook. And then when we don't do it, then we're distraught and we're upset and we feel less than. And all of those unresolved emotions is going on, and that self-esteem and negative remarks. People are already saying, why are you trying to be an entrepreneur? You know, we weren't taught to own our own. So when people who aren't wanting to do that hear us or see us doing that, they might have something negative to say. So now we feel like we got something to prove. These are all causes of why we end up burnout, because we just trying so hard to prove them wrong. And then we're trying to prove ourselves right. We might have a little bit of doubt. We see other people doing it and moving fast, and I've been doing this longer than them. All of that is working against us, guys. So that's the next one I said, moving too fast. I need you to meditate. I need you to reflect. I need you to pay attention to where you be and what you're doing. Slow down. You know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will be your business. Neither will your retirement. Neither will you find a job. Neither will you be able to come from a 9 to 5 and just jump out there successful. Why I keep saying those things? Because those are usually pain points, because they're transitional points in our lives. You know, we can be okay when we finally get that job and we've been there about a good 6 months. Okay, now we okay. We cool. We know who to talk to at the job and who not to talk to. We know what our boss likes. You know what I'm saying? You know, we know the little things we can get away with. So we're comfortable. It's those transition periods when we need to make sure we know we're not taking on too much. We need to know exactly where our money is going. We need to have a whole financial snapshot. We need to have a completed money manual, which is your budgeting, and it needs to know what your expenses are, your income, what's the gap in between, how you're bringing in additional income without you having to exchange time for dollars, you know, passive income streams that doesn't cost you anything to implement. Lack of support. If we're trying to do things on our own, it's something totally new, that can cause us to burn out, guys. It can really cause us to burn out. We're trying to keep it to ourselves. We need to talk about things. We need to share. We need people to pat us on the back. We need people to teach us things that we don't know. We need to learn from them. We need to support them. It's an even exchange. When we don't have it, we're bearing the burden of the world and bearing the burden of our finances and this major shift of life that we're getting ready to go through. You know, that's a bit much. So we need to have a lack of support, and that can cause unreasonable expectations on ourselves and others. You know, I used to have this attitude, and maybe you can relate, where, you know what, I ask you to do something and you don't do it. I'd be like, you know what, don't worry about it. What you won't do, another person will. So then I would take on all of the responsibility instead of me allowing other people to help me. I would try to control how they help me, when they help me, how they help me, you know, what type of help they gave me, instead of me just sitting back and slowing down. I was that person. I'm telling you, this is all coming from experience and from people that I know experience. I need to get it done. I felt like I was always behind the hard ball. And you can't, if you don't rest your mind, your spirit, your energy, you know, exhale. These are causes of how we burn out, guys. All right, these are causes of how we burn out. Now we're going to talk about how you can recognize it. You know, that was a lot because that's important. We need to recognize, you know, what's bringing us to this point. Many times we have these idiosyncrasies about ourselves we don't even realize it's negatively affecting us, but we only see the positive aspect of it. All right. So I overbook myself for speaking events. I speak well. I help people learn about their finances. I help connect them between ethically monetizing their relationships and effectively managing and maximizing their time. And then, of course, I teach them how to know exactly where their money went. But if I'm doing it on a regular basis and then I got to follow up with clients and then I got to, you know, be online and I got to run my business and I got to do all that. If I had too many of any one of those, then I'm no longer, my gifts and my talents are now become a hindrance because I didn't have boundaries. All right. So how we recognize it, you can be tired, oversleeping, bad attitude, disgruntled and grumpy, just bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Quick tempered, oversleeping when you usually don't need an alarm. You oversleep your body and your spirit is telling you we're tired. Less enthusiasm, no umph, you know, lackluster in your work. When you really like to be things all nice and pretty and perfect, which is a lie. Perfectionism is a lie. But and you just like, you know what, whatever. That's a sign you're losing your mojo. Step back. Our body and our signs, our signals, our system, our spirit, our body, our signs, our systems, our spirits will start to talk to us. Are we taking the time to pay attention? Now, how do you stop it when you're in the middle of it? How do you stop it? Because it can seem a bit overwhelming. How do you stop it after you recognize it? If you can catch it. Most of us don't catch it, though. I'm just going to let you know I didn't. So now I'm in a preventative aspect of it. But if you can stop it, then just stop. Stop whatever you're doing. And who cares what anybody think? Unless it's a necessity. Like you got to be a husband or a wife, and you got to be a parent, and you got to go to work. Anything extra that you're doing, stop. Just stop it. Dead in your tracks. Now, of course, be ethical. Of course, be professional. And if you have clients or if you know, you have the responsibilities, make sure you send out an email, a phone call, a text message, and let people know, you know, I'm going through some things. I'm finding myself being burnt out. I have found myself because I wanted to help so many people, have overextended myself, whatever it may be. Just let people know. People will understand because I'm telling you, we have all been through this. So just a short, quick verbiage to let them know I'm needing to reschedule or cancel, or I won't be able to. I know I had promised, but I will not be able to do this. A lot of times we feel like I promised that I got to do it. You better stop when you recognize there's a major shift in your energy and your spirit and your willingness to do something. If not, it's going to get worse. And we talked about the causes, and now we've talked about how to recognize it, and now we're talking about how to stop it. How to stop it? You just need to stop. Stop everything, unless it's something that you need to do. You know, just stop and realize perfectionism is a whole lot. It's a whole lot. That they're going to think. I already know. Who cares? You're not perfect. You'll never be perfect. But the moment we can recognize that we're not perfect and know our strengths and our weaknesses, we can turn anything that we think is a less than into something we can help teach somebody else, as long as we can recognize it. That's a video in the Motivate Your Money Academy I just uploaded. All right, so stop. Learn perfectionism is a whole lie. Stop caring what other people think and start self-care. Do your nails, do your hair, go to the spa, light some candles. Love me some candles. See? Take you a long bath. Take the kids over your mother-in-law, or, you know, pay somebody to come and keep them. Get you a whole day by yourself. Take yourself to dinner or lunch. Sleep in. Watch some TV. That's me. I'll never watch TV. My mother, we didn't have TV growing up. We did. We didn't have cable. We only watched the news. So I definitely wasn't watching no TV. And so I'm okay with not watching TV, but sometimes I have to make myself watch TV, you know, because I need that balance. I'm more likely to watch a movie, you know, 2 or 3 movies back to back, just to, you know, let loose or let go of any any work related, client related, social media related, anything that's going on in my life, I just lose myself in TV. And that's hard to do, but I do it sometimes. And I need to, because of that balance. And sometimes we just need to, you can exercise, make sure you're eating correctly, you have a proper diet. These are things that we can do to stop that downward spiral when we notice that we're losing our luster. All right, guys? All right, so how do we recover? Now that we've stopped it, how do we recover? How do we get back? How do we get back that, you know, y'all know I'm that person that's got that sunshine shooting out of every, yes. That's me. I'm always happy. And when I'm not happy, I recognize it and I know how to be self-aware so that I can change it, because I don't like when I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? So as a person, we should really have a mission statement. As a business owner, we should really have a mission statement. Our mission as a mother is to provide as much as I can. So my son is 22, grown and gone. But my mission at the time was to be the best mother I could, to protect him and help him to be safe. Help him have broadened his horizons and teach him the things that he wouldn't know if he didn't have me. How can I be the best mother compared to another mother? Or at least the best mother I can for him and be there for him. That's my mission. So when we're talking about how we recover, that's our why. Remember your why. As a business owner, my business, I feel like everybody should have access to the tools and the education that'll help them reach the level of financial success that they're willing to work towards. So I need to remember that, you know, when I'm trying to get back up, there's people who don't know all the trials and tribulations I've been through. There's people who feel like they're never going to get out of that situation. I had a 486 credit score and a bankruptcy and defaulted student loans and repossessed vehicles. And I was on a check system file, which means I couldn't even open a checking account. And that's so hard to say, but it's the truth. I was degreed and indebted. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, but it meant nothing because all of my finances was jacked up. I couldn't even get a job in some instances. You see what I'm saying? So, and I was a single parent, and I was told to go to school and get a degree and you'll be fine. And that was so not all I needed to do. So I was really not feeling good about myself. So I could understand. So when I had to step back and reset, what gets me back going is there's somebody out there who was right there. They're right there now. I was there when I was 28. I'm 40 now. They need to know that no matter where you've been, no matter how far down the scale you have gone, no matter what decisions you've made, no matter what decisions you made repeatedly, who you stayed with, whatever, you can come back from that. You know what I mean? You are not your credit score. You're not your bank account. You will be okay. And my mission is to, you know, because I was like, man, I didn't learn about all this money stuff while I was going to school. My mother didn't teach me. I didn't learn at church. I didn't have all kind of jobs. I worked for Dow Jones, all kind of different places, but no one taught me how to manage my money correctly. So I live in the number one capitalist country in the world, apparently, and the government didn't teach me. Just, you know, I had to get over that, stop letting my past dictate my emotions and my feelings, and start focusing towards my future. And the fact that I can now use the things that used to bring me shame as tools for empowerment to other people is my why. That's why I get back up. When I can remember that, then no matter what's going on after I've rested and relaxed, now it's time to get back up and hump and spread this good news that financial freedom is absolutely possible. And I don't care. And it doesn't even matter how much money you make. That's not where wealth comes from. Wealth means that I've strategically put my money somewhere that I'm no longer losing it. And I don't have to hustle because I'm strategically managing how I'm bringing in money as well. Not just exchanging dollar for hours. I'm making money in my sleep. I got power partners that's bringing me resources and bringing me leads and referrals if we're an entrepreneur. So, you know, I wake up, people on my inbox like, hey, I hear you do this. Can you help me? I sure can. All right, guys. So that's my mission. You can read your journal. When you read your journal, you see how you've grown. And you can't help but to be like, wow, I remember that. You know, I'm not there anymore. My business is better. My age is better. My money is better. My parenting skills are better. You know what I mean? I'm not still going through that same problem anymore. You can read testimonials. Buy something. Woo, we all love to buy something, guys. Buy something cute. Buy you a handbag. Buy you a new coat. I just got me a new coat. Buy you something. Cut your hair. Something to give you that, you know, that rejuvenated feeling, you know, that you can look at. We all love to have something. And I don't mean buy some ice cream or a new journal. I mean, buy something that might take a little bit of money. Okay. If you don't have it, I understand that. Then take yourself out for a nice restaurant, or go window shop. I can't window shop because I like it and I'm gonna buy it. So, but still, find some way to get your mojo back by getting yourself something. Okay. Where was I at? Clean your office area. That's a way to rejuvenate yourself. You know what the saying says, a messy bed is a messy head. Clean your office area, rearrange your room, clean out your car, clean whatever it is that you hang out the most. Make it fresh. Put some pictures up, put something so that it's more attractive to you. And find you some music. And I don't mean, I love jazz. I don't mean jazz. I mean something that's gonna make you get up and dance, like some Michael Jackson, some Prince. I don't know what you like, some Kid Rock, some whatever you like, some head banging rock and roll. That's what my son like. But then he also like Barry Manilow and somebody else. But that's fine. Whatever it is that makes you just, you know what I'm saying? You forget whoever around, like, oh, that's my song. That's what you listen to, and you blast it. Put your headphones in. You swear you on stage. Put your headphones in and go to town. Have you a whole playlist ready. You need to have that regularly anyway. Pull it out and listen to it back to back every day until you get yourself. We're talking about how to recover when we find ourselves going through this burnout. Man, it's nothing like music. That's savage. It is so. I'm hearing music right now, and there's no music on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me? I just Black Eyed Peas, that's who I love. I used to listen to them when I work out. Just I don't know. Find you, if you don't already have something, I need you to start taking notes and go to YouTube and make you a playlist of songs that make you just get up out your seat and be like, hey, cut a rug, like the old people say. And then the last one, guys, to recover is to just completely reset, which means maybe go on a social media blackout altogether. Because if you don't have first of all, you need to, and I would suggest having your timeline, you have removed all negative vibes. Anybody that puts something up that'll make you feel a certain kind of way that's not positive, remove them. And if you don't want to delete them because you're worried about them asking you why we're not friends anymore, unfollow them. So when they put that jibber jabberish crap, all that stuff on there, you don't even have to see it. You know what I mean? Because it don't take much to change our mood. And first it starts with a visualization, then a thought, then a feeling, then our attitude, then our actions change. And we don't need any of that when we on our game and we trying to, first of all, come back from a burnout. And if we're not coming back from a burnout, we're just trying to make sure I stay positive. I don't need nothing negative in my lane. I don't need nothing negative in my lane. And sometimes we have negative self-talk. So I do affirmations and I meditate. I need to stay centered. I don't need you and your jacked up whatever coming in my timeline. I don't need, so I protect my happy. I'm not the most religious person, but I'm very spiritual, and I need to be connected and centered with my God and listening to what he wants me to do. And sometimes not sometimes, all the time, when you got a whole bunch of chaos and negative vibes coming your way, you gotta block them. You gotta protect your happy. And if I got social media and I'm gonna use that to better myself and I'm gonna use that to better other people, then I need to make sure I weed out all this unnecessary stuff that's getting in my head that's gonna cause me to feel, think, or do something that's not in line with my purpose. Not in line with my purpose and my mission. All right, guys? And we human, we surrounded by flesh. So it don't take much for something to trigger and be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I was born in Chicago. So we all have some demons and all types of things that we're fighting. So our best bet is to be have the tools that we need already set up, have our routines already set up to make it easier for us to not have to worry about whatever it is that's pulling at us on a daily basis. All right, so the last one, guys, is prevent. We can better manage our business. We can better manage our money, so we're not constantly on that hustle and that grind. We can hustle the right way, which means strategically make and set relationships with people that will feed us what it is that we're needing, and it's going to be mutually beneficial. So the people that come to us that need a service that our friends and our business partners need, will funnel them business. So therefore, imagine you have 4 or 5 different people sending you 2 or 3 people a month. That's about 10 clients that you didn't even have to do anything to get. And then when you give them a good service, they're gonna give referrals. I know you asking for referrals, right? I'm sure you asking for referrals and testimonials, everybody. But anyway, So yes, better manage your business, better manage your money. Do you know exactly where your money is going? Do you have your retirement set up? Are you getting out of debt? You know, we always worry about growing our money, but we need to be worrying about the ways that our money is being taken from us. There are 4 ways we're giving our money away, and there are 4 ways our money is being taken from us. No one talks about this, and I'm amazed at it. That's why I'm a wealth strategist and an insurance broker, because there's a lot of things that we can do with our money. The wealthy is hiding their money in plain sight, and no one's telling us. And they've been doing these age-old, very powerful money rules for several decades. So I share them, but many of them require you to be a licensed professional. And I have been for 10 years. So, you know, have that balance in making money, and have that balance in how you're strategically placing your money in places that will not be lost. We need to have balance, life and business. Life and business, and the best way to have that is to sleep right, eat right, make sure that you're balancing your money where it's going, so you're not constantly having to make money. Know what your triggers are, so when you spend money, you already have an account or some type of preparation for when you fail. Do you have a plan for when you fail? We should have a plan for when we fail. It's unreasonable for us to think we always gonna spend our money the right way. No one does everything the right way all the time. So what do you have in place to make sure when I do that and I decide to slip up, I've already padded an area for that, so it doesn't knock me off of my main program, my main budget, my main cycle, my main way of making sure my money is going where it needs to go. Then what did you put in place? If you didn't put anything in place, it's like, really? And you surprised? I want you not to be surprised anymore. So better manage your money and your business. Have work-life balance. That means having some type of support team. Stop trying to do it on your own. You're not a Superman, and we're not Superwomen. A problem shared is a problem halved. Find you somebody that you like, know, and trust, and tell them about your money problems. Tell them about your struggles in business. If somebody has been through everything you've been through, and they've made the failures and the wins, and they can turn around and reasonably give it to you, that same blueprint, why wouldn't you take advantage of it? Do you just like the struggle? No, we don't. It's pride and ego, guys. Sometimes we have to just let go of that pride and ego. But you can't trust everybody. Not everybody out here is going to give you what they need to get, what you need. But you can actively start searching and paying attention and listening and reading and doing some research, asking them a few questions and seeing what their spirit is like. You really have to match your spirit. You could tell somebody who's authentic in what they're giving and what they're sharing, and whether they've been where you've been. Not that they look the part. They've actually been where you've been, and they're willing to share authentically and be transparent so they can help you. If you find that and they tell you, yeah, I'll help you, but it's going to cost for the time, when you can't be expecting everything to be free. Pay for the time. Pay for them. Pay for the peace of mind. That's what you're paying for. They already had the heartache. You want the heartache, or you want the peace of mind and the result at the same time? That's kind of like a no-brainer. All right. Learn your idiosyncrasies. I love to help. I love to talk, as you can see. I love to share. God have given me so many different things and have brought me from so many dark places that I want to spread the word that it's possible. No matter what you've been through, I want to spread the country. If I don't balance myself, I'll overexert myself. So I need to know what my idiosyncrasies are, so that things that I'm good at and I like to do and that can be lucrative don't break me, so I can stay balanced. I have a tendency to go too far, to do too much. So what type of schedules or family members? Be willing to invest in yourself. Yes. What do I have to help me police myself? What are you helping to police yourself? We think we got this. You don't got this. If you got this, you would have had this. You don't have this, so you ain't got this. So who you gonna get to help you along the way? We're talking about preventative measures, okay, guys? And then boundaries and priority shifts. If you already have a priority set up and it's not working, and you have found yourself to still be in a burnout stage, then you need to shift some priorities. You might have too full of a plate. You might need to hire an assistant. You might need to hire a house cleaner or a babysitter or a caretaker for your sick parent. You might need to get some help. You know, I don't know why we think we can do it all. You can't. You're not meant to. You know, imagine how a blessing you could be to somebody else. You might be giving them a job to help you clean up your house twice a month for, I don't know, $100. You know, as we need to stop looking at the cost and look at the value. If I don't have to spend my time cleaning my whole house, and it only costs me $100 a month or $200 or whatever it is, you know, you just put your situation and put the price that fits you. but I get back a whole 2 hours of stress and I can relax and get off my feet. Is that worth it? As long as you know you have the money, you understand what I'm saying. Is that worth it? It's worth it. You need the house clean. You want people to come over. You know, cleanliness is next to godliness, as my mom used to always tell me. But bottom line, when area is clean, the air flows better, you feel better, everything's better. This is just an example. But my point is, if you realize that I'm not the cleanest and I can't keep it clean and I don't want to clean it and now I got to clean it and I'm tired, but I really need to be relaxing a little bit more, or I can be better. My service and my time and my energy can be better used somewhere else. But I know somebody who's looking for a job, or there's people always looking for a job. I know somebody who can do this for me, and it's just a little bit of money that it's going to take. Stop. Excuse me, interjecting. Don't keep the money to yourself. Wealthy people, they buy back their time and their peace of mind. I'm going to say that again. Wealthy people buy back their time. What is the value of me giving you this $200? So now I don't have to do every single thing. I can relax. I just bought me some peace of mind. How much is your peace of mind worth to you? And I'm not even talking about bad anything for me. I'm just saying, fix this example for yourself. What is it that you can be delegating to somebody else, especially entrepreneurs? We feel like we take that whole DIY. I'm a DIYer, and I had to learn this from my business coach. I wanted to do the graphics. I wanted to do the social media. I wanted to do the PDFs and put it together. I wanted to do the prospecting. I wanted to do the phone calls, the lives. I want to do everything. She was like, hold on, Stacy. Why? Why you feel like you need to do everything? You got to change from being an entrepreneur or a worker bee mindset to being a CEO. CEOs don't do everything. They pay somebody to answer the phone. They pay somebody to sweep. They pay somebody to file. They pay somebody to type. They pay somebody to dictate their emails. You just going to do everything? And you wonder why you tired? We can't be that. We have to change our CEO mindset. It's business owner, CEO. Have you Fiverr? People will build so much for you. Do lists, emails, spreadsheets for like $5. All right, guys. That's all I have. Burnout, business burnout, and life burnout. I talked about causes, recognizing it. I talked about how to stop it, how to recover from it, and how to prevent it.
I'm gone. Bye, guys.